What's up guys, Blade Master here, going to be bringing you yet another Total War Rome 2 online battle. This is round 1, game 1 of the big Blade Balance tournament fought in Mons Regius. This is going to be an interesting match. This is between AK the Legend and swordsmith9. They finally play their battle. So, interesting why? You can see why. AK the Legend has picked Massilia and Swordsmith has picked Boii. I guess Swordsmith knew that AK the Legend is not an opponent you really want to fuck with, and he decided to go all out and bring a Boii army. Massilia is an interesting choice, and it's a brave choice by AK the Legend. They are not nearly as good as Boii, but on the other hand, they are very decent as a faction in general. Let's take a look at his faction because that's probably the one that's going to be most interesting, and we already see two interesting units. Two hoplites up front, backed by two slingers. Let's see the okay. So two hoplites up in front, backed by two slingers on the side. We can see a bunch of thorax swordsmen, which is very surprising. Total of 4 thorax swordsmen, and some axe warriors. Total of 4 axe warriors, so for a total of 8 melee infantry. And 1 Massilian hoplite here, a couple of Levy Freemen, and that's it? Is there no other Massilian? Only 1 Massilian hoplite. And for his cavalry, 3 Hippeus Lancers and 1 Massilian cavalry. I can kind of see what he's done with his army here. He's what really surprised me during the army preview was that he only brought 1 Massilian hoplite. I still don't think this is a good idea. I would have traded some of the thorax swordsmen for more Massilian hoplites and just brought some Celtic warriors to take on the melee infantry role as well. But I can see he's brought a lot of Hippeus Lancers to to make up for the extra funds that he saved by not bringing as many Massilian hoplites, and more importantly by bringing 2 regular hoplites who are going to do absolutely fuck all this game, I can assure you. And yeah, it's all banking on his Hippeus Lancers, I think. On the other hand, Swordsmith has brought 2 axe warriors up in front to counter the 2 hoplites. He's brought more slingers also. He's brought a total of 3 slingers, and 1 Oathsworn, 2 Oathsworn behind them. So that's a total of 4 infantry. We can see a sword follower there, and 2 more sword followers. So a total of 3 sword followers only. No, 1 to 3 sword followers on the right, 1 sword follower on the left, and we can see the Hippeus Lancer charge, and then the hoplites charging in after them. So this is where the hoplites are actually going to shine, but he has to pull his Hippeus Lancers back quickly. The Oathsworn do chase after them, but one of the Hippeus Lancers took a couple of casualties, the other one didn't really do anything. But now the Oathsworn, including the Oathsworn General, is going to charge into the hoplites. So the hoplites are still going to get destroyed, I think. The Axe Warriors did lose a lot of men, and this Axe Warrior lost a fuck ton of men, dude. Holy shit, 60 kills? Yeah, that Hippeus Lancer charge was pretty good. So, he's brought a lot of infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then he's brought 1 Spear Warrior, 2 Levy Freemen, a total of 4 Heavy Horse, and some more Levy Freemen here. I just want to pause this and take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, it's going on. It's within the limit. The heavy horse are going to really need to make play a massive role in this game, because you can already see the axe warriors have gotten devastated. The hoplite is getting 17 kills, and the axe warrior coming in to support has also done a bunch of damage. Rally commander used, and he's using Raised Banner to increase the melee defense of the hoplites. Here you can see the thorax swordsmen charging up against the sword followers. Thorax swordsmen are going to get absolutely devastated. But the fact that they're using, oh no, they're not using shield wall. Never mind. Levy Freemen throwing their javelins, getting 5 kills with their precursors. Levy Freemen here gotten 5 kills on the heavy horse for AK the Legend, and now going to charge. Oh, got a second volley off onto the heavy horse. Killed off a fuck ton of them. Holy shit, that was brilliantly done. And here, all across the field, Hippeus Lancers charging in, getting good charges on the sword followers, and negating the fact that the thorax swordsmen are poorer in quality by using the Hippeus Lancers in ballsy but smart charges. You can see the Hippeus Lancers charging into the front of units. The precursor javelins were not fired upon them, which is mainly Swordsmith's fault. And here the Massilian cavalry, extra Massilian cavalry, charges into the Celtic slingers. Hippeus Lancer charge onto a heavy horse. The Hippeus Lancer are going to absolutely devastate the heavy horse there. But the heavy horse apart frenzy charge don't really like that idea. And they're going to drop down to tired or something. Their morale penalty is going to be too much. That's why frenzy charge should be actually used when the unit is about to rout to get that unbreakable morale on them. The sword followers down to 88 men, a bunch of thorax swordsmen up against them, and then this Hippeus Lance is going to turn the tide for AK the Legend. He is really devastating this Boii army right now. Hippeus Lance has 61 kills. Oath Sworn General attacked in the rear steady, lost a ton of men. The Massilian cavalry has done a good job in holding out, but the Spear Warrior is doing a great job with cavalry counter tactics. Props to Swordsmith for using them in a timely manner like that. The Hippeus Lance is losing a lot of men. They're not great units. He's used Trample, but I don't know which. I think this was on a Hippeus Lancer that was already engaged. And so I guess it didn't really make much of a difference. They've already done a decent bit of damage, but more than the kills, again, he's just using them like a supercharged heavy horse, inflicting a ton of HP casualties, getting a HP damage, getting a bunch of casualties in the process too. Now he's going to use Trample, destroy the Celtic Slingers. The Spear Warriors are going to come in though, and they're going to just devastate this Hippeus Lancer, but they don't have cavalry counter tactics. So AK the Legend is pulling back immediately with them. He's going to be able to charge into some more Celtic Slingers and some more Levy Freemen. Meanwhile, the Massilian Hoplites General got charged in the rear, but Massilian Hoplites with Hoplite Phalanx are a force to be reckoned with for sure. And now this Hippeus Lancer charged into the heavy horse, killing them, and the Thorax Swordsmen just going to pile in. The Oath Sworn are good, but they're not going to be good enough to take on 4 separate units in Hoplites, Massilian Hoplites, and Thorax Swordsman and an Axe Warrior. And here this Thorax Swordsman, despite the Hippeus Lancer charge, no, this is the Thorax Swordsman with the Hippeus Lancer charge, they're still not doing great. This Thorax Swordsman down to 31 men against a sword follower with like 77, but then the Celtic Slinger is getting a bunch of kills there. And it looks like so far AK the Legend's gamble in bringing a bunch of Hippeus Lancers has paid off. And rear charge onto the sword followers. General recently died. They're going to be shaken now. They're shaking. And the Oath Sworn here, he's going to pop Headhunt on them a bit too late, I think. Shield Wall popped onto the other. Celtic Slinger is not doing too much. They're going to take a while before the Hippeus Lancers die. And meanwhile, the Hippeus Lancers just devastating isolated engagements like the ones on the left and the right flank. The Hippeus Lancer died, but it managed to kill off the heavy horse, which is important. And then the Axe Warriors here with the single experience chevron, trading decently, going to be able to hold out against the sword followers while this Hippeus Lancer rear charges them. Look at how slow they are, because now they're exhausted. Trample was already used on them. I would like to imagine Trample really helped the Hippeus Lancer, but I would be lying in that sense. The Hippeus Lancer would have been, this sort of Hippeus Lancer usage would have been deadly even in vanilla Rome 2. Very well played. And he's using Rally for a second time with his general. They're up to 87 kills against weakened Oathsworn with Hippeus Lancer support. They're going to do a really whole bunch of damage. Celtic Slinger is trying to make their presence felt. Now this one's about to get a single experience chevron. And yeah, a bit of mismicro, should be charging into the Celtic Slingers, but he doesn't want to because of the Spear Warriors here. We've already gotten a single experience chevron by helping out and killing off a lot of the Hippeus Lancers and Massilian cavalry. He's instead just going to charge into the front, get a weak charge, but still inflict some HP damage. Doesn't look like it's going to go in Swordsmith's favor. And Massilia looks like it's going to get a pretty important and pretty comprehensive victory. Big win for AK the Legend. He's going to use Trample with another Hippeus Lancer. They already used Trample earlier. They're exhausted now, but and they've gotten a double experience chevron. Beautifully done. And this Spear Warrior, even though it's popping cavalry counter tactics now, it's just too little, too late. And comprehensive victory here by for Massilia. Very surprising. Well played. Costly victory. I would actually argue it's a close victory because he still had a lot of units left at the end of this game. Massilian Hoplite with a lot of men, Hippeus Lancer with a lot of men, Celtic Slinger, one of them got a single experience chevron. No doubt helped by the fact that the Hippeus Lancer just inflicted so much HP damage that even the shitty lead shot of the Celtic Slingers would have hit the rest and just caused a lot of casualties, which kind of have been inflated by the fact that they were hitting into units which probably had like 10 HP left. Besides them, the Levy Freemen didn't do much. Hoplites, despite all the Hippeus Lancer support in the world, they're never going to do well against barbarian infantry, especially against sword followers. So I still question why he brought Hoplites. Thorax Swordsman did okay. Again, I would have imagined more Massilian Hoplites. Let's try and see. Let me try and see. So he's brought 4 Axe Warriors, 4 Thorax Swordsmen, couple of Hoplites, and okay. So I think the crux of this army was in the 3 Hippeus Lancers. Those were basically the units that won him the game. So first, let's put this in large. Massiliyur Hoplites General, 3 base lancers. Let's remove the citizen cav. 1 Massilian cav instead, and let's see. If you bring 4 axe warriors, which I think is a good idea, bring 4 Massilian which I think is also a good idea. You still have 2400 left for some levy freemen, and now you have 1980. A couple of Celtic slingers. Still have a decent amount of money left, and then could probably bring a couple of Celtic warriors and a solitary thorax swordsman. Still gives you 19 out of the 20 units. You don't need to bring hoplites. Could have brought. So this would give his melee infantry 6. Yeah, 6 total melee infantry. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you're under the rules. I mean, you're within the rules. But 3 base lancer, 1 Massilian cavalry, 2 Celtic slingers. This is basically, in my opinion, this is a better army than the one that AK the Legend brought. But fair play, he played very well with that army. I'd like to hear his thoughts. AK, let me know in the comment section what your thoughts were bringing the 2 hoplites. Was it just a random thing, or did you use them for a specific purpose? Anyways, guys, that's the end of this very interesting battle. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more. Peace.